Hello everybody, welcome back to episode 37 of our playthrough. Today's episode is going to be another longer episode. It's about 47-48 minutes long, roughly. It was one of those where I ended my recording a little bit early and just decided that instead of chopping this into two separate episodes of about 20 minutes each, I'll just do it as one big one. So yeah, start of today's episode, we are gathering some wood. We're gathering some wood. We're gathering the wood for a crafting table because we are obviously going to go off and continue exploring around the islands to the north. We also want to see if we can find some swamp biome. We were looking for some of that in our previous episode, but didn't really find any. So we are going to carry on with that today. So I do apologise. This is going to be another episode of us sailing around for a bit of time, probably about 10-15 minutes. Not entirely too sure. We could get really lucky and find some swamp biome almost straight away, but we do have some areas that we already want to kind of explore. And yeah, so starting off, we're just going to explore around for some more swamp biome. I just have to quickly grab the materials for the boat, as we did take the boat down before we came back through the portal at the end of our previous episode, and I then accidentally stuffed all those parts back into the chests. So yeah, we need to pick those up again. Just had a quick check of the garden. Everything is still growing. It's not ready yet. I thought it would have been done by now, but I suppose it hasn't been a couple of days yet, so the carrots and the turnips won't be fully grown just yet. Hopefully by the end of this day, or maybe at the start of the next one, we should be all good. This is the island we explored. It's the Elders Island. We found that small kind of swamp biome that's just on the edge of it, but we also found a couple of burial chambers, which we've marked on the map, so that when we eventually need to get some more settling cores, we can go back up there and grab them from there. They're nice and easy. And we also sailed around the Elders Island just to kind of explore it a bit more, just to see what was there. And then we did like most of the northern part of our starting island as well, in terms of sailing along the coast and just exploring it, seeing what was there. Mostly meadows, bit of black forest, nothing too special, but there is that little river that kind of intersects two islands for the Elders Island, just at the northern part of this island that we're stood on. So we are going to sail up that way and try and head round that island and see what's there. We might even go a bit further north. Trying to take my own advice in our previous episode, which was that when you're exploring for those later biomes, you kind of need to go further away from your starting location, which is not what we did in our previous episode. So yeah, we just spent a bit of time sailing around, but we did explore some of the islands and we explored the coast, so we know roughly what's there, so it's all valuable information. Okay, just rebuilding the boat, taking the table down, and let's jump in and get sailing. Got the wind with us, which is nice. It makes life a bit easy, especially with launching. We can get straight off, we don't have to worry about awkwardly using the rudder to kind of slowly push off from the island. But yeah, for the start, we're going to head north to the island, to that little river that kind of intersects the two, and then we'll explore this island to the north to see what's up there. Maybe go a bit further out. Again, looking for swamp biome, so fingers crossed we can find some more of that. Oh, the wind has just changed. Oh, we still kind of have it. It's not too bad. Might want to turn a little bit so we've got it. That's a bit better. Not the most ideal angle. It seems to be pushing us back towards that island, but we should be alright like this. Just want to try and avoid these islands here, make sure the wind doesn't push us into it. Nope, we have a grey dwarf chasing us. Heard that stone being thrown. Good job we missed. So with the shapes of those trees just in front of us, it kind of looks like the island that we're sailing to is a bit more meadows. At least on the coast of it, it looks to be more meadows. Hopefully the further away we get, it'll turn into something else. Just to the right of our boat is the river that we sailed through. Don't think we're going to sail through that again. Not too sure. I mean, I suppose it would be the easier way to take because we could keep the wind with us. But I think it might be better if we go left, just because we haven't explored this bit yet, and it'll be we can explore it and find out what's up here. Need to avoid these rocks first to make sure we don't smash into them. Yeah, I think we're going to head left. We're exploring new islands rather than exploring bits we've already seen. Well, it's not really counted as exploring then, is it? I think it's just revisiting them. Just angle it again, just to the top left there, you can see that kind of dark mass at the top left of our screen. That looks to be another landmass, so another island that we could potentially explore. Obviously we can't see the trees from here, we can just see the actual ground, but potential could be another island for us to explore. I'm going to continue with this one for now, but at least it's something we can keep our eye out for in future. You can kind of see the darker landmass shapes. It's one of the ways you can spot mountains from a distance, because they would be quite obviously very tall. We've had a few situations like that so far where we've been sailing past and we've seen this kind of really large landmass that goes really, really high up, which obviously would be a mountain. There aren't really any other landmasses in Valheim currently that rise up like that without being an actual mountain, so they're really, really easy to spot from a distance. They're probably the easiest biome to identify from a long way away. Not enjoying the fact that the wind is 100% against us. We can't have the sail out whatsoever, otherwise we'd be sailing backwards. It's a shame, but it does happen. Oh, and here's another river there. I wonder if this one intersects the island completely, or if it's just kind of like a small inlet. Actually, it looks like it might... I don't know. So I was going to say, it looks like it's the end of the island, but then there's obviously this landmass right in front of us. I suppose that could just be a smaller attachment bit that's just there. We're not going to go down the river, we are just going to continue sailing past it. Because we are on the hunt for something specific. There's even more land masses to our left. Yeah, that river looks like it goes quite deep, and it looks like it's quite wide, so you could probably fit a boat up there. But again, we don't need to sail down there, so we're not going to bother exploring it just yet. Going to continue heading straight north, keeping our fingers crossed for a different biome. We've actually seen quite a lot of meadows on the on this island to the right of us. Hopefully it'll turn into something different. Seems to curve off to the east or to the right now, so just stick with the coast. Oh, hello, what's that? Oh, Jesus. Is that what I think it is? It is. That's the plains. Oh, we're going to have to be very careful there. We might have to look at the map again. Yep, there we go. That's the plains. So that is the biome we'll be heading to after the mountain. So that's very, very early for us to discover that now. As you can see, I'm kind of adjusting the boat to keep off the coast a bit. Although you can see on the minimap as well, it's got kind of a sandy, orangey colour to it. We need to be very careful here because there are a lot of dangerous creatures in the plains, and there's one specific dangerous creature that you'll all probably know about if you've played Valheim before and made it to the plains. It's an insect, and it's a pain in the backside, quite literally and metaphorically. They are not nice creatures, I can't stand them, especially when you're trying to sail past the coast, because they can keep up with your boat. Actually, they're faster than your boat, they're a pain in the back, yeah, pain in the ass. So yeah, we're just going to sail straight past it. I'm really surprised there is a bit of plains here, of all places. Oh, hello, there's some of the plains creatures right there. These, so you can kind of see them by the trees. Kind of just grazing on the ground. So those are, they're called locks. You will have seen a couple of these with the merchant as well. He has a couple of like pet locks that he uses to kind of move his caravan around. He doesn't actually move, like that's just I'm just kind of guessing there, but that is what he uses them for. Oh, we've got the wind behind us, so let's put the sail out. Just in case. We are running a bit of a risk by being this close to the plains. We're lucky enough that we haven't actually seen any of the creature that I'm talking about. We might see one. You can usually see them kind of zipping about, but it seems that this plains biome is quite small. I'm really shocked that there's one this early though. Well, that's quite a surprise. Having a swamp, that tiny bit of swamp on the Elders Island, and then this one slightly further north. Although it can happen. I'll say this, we are quite far north actually compared to our starting area, so I'm not as shocked about seeing a plains biome, but at least it gives us something to explore when we actually get to the plains. We could always head up here and check it out. Oh, need to swerve, avoid this giant rock. You can see that smaller one just off in the distance. There's a couple of smaller ones actually. I'm going to try and go in between those. Make sure we don't smash into them. Oh, nah, we didn't see that one though, did we? That's because of the tide going up and down, although it's kind of half sticking out the water. We should have probably seen that. So that's my bad. But let's kind of curve away from all these little rocks and stuff. I really don't want to keep smashing the boat into stuff. We have made it back to Black Forest on the coast, so fingers crossed we might be able to see this morph into a swamp biome, maybe. One other thing you might have noticed from the plains as well is one of the discerning features of the plains anyway, is that it doesn't feature a huge amount of trees, naturally with it being a plains. Plains usually don't have that many trees on them. They do have spatterings of trees and little forests and stuff, but they are small and there's not that many of them. It's usually just quite more of a temperate climate, I would assume. I would say, like a warmer climate. Looks to be another mountain on this island as well. Or maybe the beginnings of one. Might not be that big of a mountain because the island itself is quite small. Come on, we need to swerve, avoid that rock. There we go. The wind seems to be very erratic in the direction. It keeps changing over and over again. Although we are constantly following the coast of the island, so with us constantly moving, it's pushing us into the wind quite a lot. There we go, we've got the wind in our face, so we need to make sure we stay away from that. So make sure we take the sail down so we're not being slowed. Aha! Some swamp. And it's just hit night time as well. That's not the best time, I have to say. Let's explore this swamp biome along the coast before we decide to make land and set the portal up, because this might not be an ideal swamp biome. If it's another tiny one, it might not have any of the things that we need in it. It's one of the things about swamps is it's very easy to spot the things you need in a swamp biome, so you can just sail past it and check before deciding to set your portal up and make a base. A couple of blobs there to greet us, and a leech following in our wake. Let's just stay away from those for now. It actually looks like quite a tiny swamp biome, to be honest. Yeah, a tiny little corner of it. Seems to go back to Black Forest quite quickly. Yeah, you can see on the minimap it's gone back to Black Forest already. Although, I would say that usually when you're off the coast of any kind of biome, if you're not on the ocean, it's usually considered Black Forest. So, yep, there we go. It's back to swamp, but you can see the trees just to the left of it are not. They've gone back to Black Forest, so it's not a massive swamp biome. Don't think we're going to set a portal up here. Not the greatest place to pick, I would say. I couldn't see any of the little like dungeony buildings that we're going to need to visit. So what we're going to do instead is head away from this biome. We'll just head out into the ocean. Now this is a little bit of a risk. As you've seen in a previous episode, we have encountered a sea serpent. So we are going to have to be careful when sailing across the ocean, try and make sure the wind is behind us so we can keep our speed up. I certainly wouldn't enjoy sailing across the ocean on rudder speed, especially if the sea serpents start attacking us, because they can deal quite a lot of damage to your boat, and they'll take down this one quite quickly. And then obviously if he destroys our boat, there's no way for us to rebuild it, and we'd be dead. We'd have to... Well, either the sea serpent would kill us, or we'd have to swim until our stamina ran out and then drown, and then rebuild another boat and come back out to get our corpse. So, yeah, we need to be really careful, especially with it being night time as well. This is very poorly timed in terms of having to sail across the ocean. It looks quite misty as well, so we can't really see what's in front of us. I do apologise for the lack of vision. We're going to have to try and angle the screen so we can get some kind of idea as to where we're going. We are just heading straight north, further away from the land masses, so we can try and find a bit more. Oh, the minimap has changed back to Black Forest, and looks like this mist might dissipate. Looks like it is, yep. And there is an island in front of us. Perfect, right. Oh, is there an island? Yes, it is. It's a small one. Well, there is another landmass off to the right. Okay, so we're okay. I thought we'd just come across a tiny little bit of Black Forest in the middle of the ocean, but there is another island in front of us. This looks like it might be swamp as well. This could be fortunate. Just going to keep heading towards this one, trying to avoid the rocks so we don't get grounded. There's a fair few of them in front of us here. We're going to have to be very careful. There's even a bit of land popping up. Yeah, we're okay. That was good positioning. So those trees, that tree you can see there with the green kind of sacks on it, you can destroy those. You do get stuff from them. It's called guck. It's used for certain things, but it isn't used for that much, and there is another way to get guck without having to... Oh, hang on, I'm just going to crash into a rock first. Yeah, there are... In order to get those sacks, you need to be able to... I think you have to hit them with the pickaxe. And in order to get up to them, you have to build, like, platforms and stairs and stuff to climb up there, so it's a bit of a pain, so we are going to avoid... having to climb trees to get that stuff. Oh, skeleton's shooting at us. There's another one chasing us. Let's be careful here. Stop hitting my boat. Leave me alone. Can't remember what it is that gives us guck. I think it's there's another monster we haven't seen from the swamp yet. He's a big bugger as well. There we go, there's the rain from the swamp biome. Okay, let's stick with the coast here. There's a leech chasing us in our wake again. That looks like a big one too. Might be a 1-star or a 2-star. Right, Mr. Swamp Biome, what have you got for us? Let's keep our eye on this coastline. There's an abandoned building there, like a little fishing kind of building. Nothing too fancy. There wouldn't be anything in there. Just one of those kind of like pre-generated buildings. Ah, what was that? Ah, there we go. So you can kind of... It's difficult to see because it's quite far away. Looks like a little flame coming up off in the distance over there. You can also kind of see a little green light in the distance as well. Can't really tell what they are just yet. The little flame is another type of monster that we haven't seen yet from the swamp. Ah, there's another green light next to it. You can just about kind of see it off in the distance. I keep moving my vision around, so it's quite difficult to see what's going on there. Ouch. There's another tree with more guck sacks on it. One thing that's a bit disappointing is I haven't seen any of the buildings that we're specifically looking for. We might have seen... I saw a couple of green lights off in the distance in this area, so we might have a couple of them, but I want to make sure there's at least a few. Ideally, I'd like about 4 or 5 of these dungeony areas in a swamp biome, so that we won't have to travel off to another swamp to find any more. That would be the most ideal situation, because about 4 or 5 of them is what we're going to need. Oh, well, hopefully anyway. There's no guarantee on the amount of resources you'll get from each of these like dungeon areas. It's the same as getting certain cores from the, what are they called, the burial chambers. Sometimes you'll go in, there'll be none. Sometimes you'll go in, there'll be 20. So it's roughly the same with this. There is a certain amount, but it is a bit of a random drop, so you can never be too sure as to how much you're going to get. Oh, there's another one of those flames. Oh, crashing into the ground again. I need to stay away from that. Ouch. We're going to break this boat if not careful. Oh, there's a Draugr in our wake as well. Just saw him running along. There's that flame there again. It's basically just some fire that's jetting up out of the ground, and there's these little kind of like flame impy demons around it. We'll explore them when we get a chance. Oh! No, I didn't see that. It could have just been a blob, that green kind of fire. What is that in front of us as well? There's another green light just there. I think it might be one of the rune stones that we've seen. Yeah, it is. That's a shame. The dungeon buildings we're looking for will look very similar to that. Those kind of green lights on the stone kind of plinths. It looks very similar to that. They're a bit more distinct and they're a bit easier to spot, but they do look very similar to that. But this swamp biome is it's quite big. I'm quite enjoying how large this biome is, so this might actually be a good place for us to pick in terms of making land and building a portal and having this be one of our main swamp areas. It's a bit easier to see now that we've gone a little bit further away from the coast. It does keep flipping back and forth between swamp and black forest, so the weather and like the vision conditions keep changing quite rapidly. It gets a bit more misty when you go into the swamp. But the wind being against us the whole time, it's not making life very quick in terms of sailing along this coastline. I'm kind of hoping that it will turn into black forest at some point so we can build our little portal there. Probably would be a better idea. Fingers crossed when we do actually get to a place to make land and build this portal, fingers crossed we might actually find... Oh, there we go, day 45. That's what I was hoping for. I was hoping it would be daytime. We have been sailing through the night for a fair bit, so I was kind of hoping that would happen. It does kind of look like there's black forest in front of us as well. Yes, yes there is. You can see the trees. Perfect. It's attached to a mountain, but hopefully we can find a little area. We don't need too much. We literally just need a small enough area so that we can put our portal and our crafting table down and then put the walls around it, and that's pretty much it. Don't really plan on doing much else other than that. Just going to pull into the coast a bit. Try not to crash into the coast. We like doing that. Come on, go a bit closer. This looks like it might be an ideal area. Yeah, I think this area here looks pretty good. Doesn't look to be any black forest creatures or anything like that, so we should be okay. Maybe this little island here, if we stick the portal there. Yeah, this is a good spot. Should be high enough out of the water so that none of the, so like any stormy weather effects shouldn't cause the tide to like damage the walls of the table or anything. So we should be okay with that. So we've got the table down. Let's plonk down the portal. Put there. Change the tag to Swamp 1 with no space. Click OK. It says unconnected. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Spot on. Look at that. Now we've got to start the wood gathering procedure in order to get some wood to build these walls. We could pop home and grab some wood from there as well if we want to speed that process up, although we can just grab some from around here. I'll be honest, I'm actually quite surprised that we haven't had a welcoming party after landing on this piece of Black Forest, considering pretty much every other time we've entered a new Black Forest, we've always been greeted by several grey dwarfs. Although I probably shouldn't be talking about that, as I've probably just jinxed myself and will now... Yep, that's literally the left of our screen, right next to that big rock. There's one of them stuck here. Yep, there they are, there's three of them. I had to open my mouth, didn't I? I just had to open my mouth. Although, to be fair, I would probably say that cutting down the trees, the noise it would make would probably be attracting them if they were nearby. Or we're probably just in the path of one of the roving bands of them, so... Oh, there's a troll over there. Why does it look like he's noticed me and he's making his way over? Although he was right... Oh, that was a good headshot, that one. He was right next to the swamp, so maybe he was already attacking creatures in the swamp, and then his actual spawn spot is over here. Alright, come on, Mr. Troll. We're going to have to fight for this portal right here, so come on. Where is he going? He's going for a wander up the mountain now. Is it leg day? Yep, he's off. See ya. See you later. Bye. Where's he going? He's just gone. Okay, see you later. Oh, no. Is he coming back? Surely he's going to come back. We shot him in the face. There we go. Come on. Make your mind up. Oh, right. Alright, we'll come to you. We'll come to you. Come on, down here. He walked over here this way. Come on. I must have been stood in a spot that he couldn't get to. Just dodge that. Oh, ouch. I'm so glad this armor is upgraded. Oh, Jesus. I'm so glad this armor is upgraded. I think if we'd have been in our troll hide armor, we probably would have died from that. Oh, my lord. That's 3 hits we've taken. Please, for the love of God, block the hits. Or just pop a potion, that works as well. Please don't hit me. Oh, thank Christ. This is getting dangerous. Let's put some distance between us, shall we? Take these grey dwarfs out. Ouch. Once again, he's smacking me in the face. Oh, there's a 2-star or 1-star? I think that's a 1-star because it's red. I believe the 2-star are like a darkish blue. Right, let's take these dwarfs out. Oh my lord, how many hits have I taken from this guy? This is really dangerous. We could die here. I'm glad the portal is up, but the troll is right there, so if we die, he's probably going to kill the portal straight away. We really have to be on our toes with the defensive right now. Stop throwing stones at me! He's getting a bit close to the portal, actually. Right, okay, dodge roll that. Need to kill this troll. Kill the grey dwarf. No, he ran away. I think that rock just saved us. Dear Lord. This is closer than I would like it to be. Well, if you ever wanted proof as to how effective an upgraded set of bronze armor could be, just look at how many hits I've taken from this troll, and I am still standing. I have taken a potion, don't get me wrong. I refuse to die to this troll. I've died enough to you guys already. Put some distance between us, regen a bit of health, regen our stamina, come on. He's on about half health, so we can take him down. I suppose one good thing about this is he has saved us a bit of a job in clearing out this rock in front of the portal. I will be able to build a wall around it without having to take that rock down. There is another one right next to it, we'll probably just build around that or build next to it. Oh, get parried. There we go, finally. To be honest, watching this back as I'm recording the audio, I was really surprised at the lack of parrying that I was doing against that troll. I thought I should have parried a bit better, but I guess I just wasn't expecting to fight a troll. Good job, bronze armor. You did your job really well there. It saved us several times. If I was in troll hide armor, I'm pretty sure I'd be dead, and we'd be corpse running. Or if not, trying to build a second boat to sail back because the troll killed the portal by the time we got back up. I'm definitely going to pop... Oh, that was an accident. I thought maybe we'll pop a potion because we're on low health, and then looked at my health bar and realised, nope, we're not on low health whatsoever. We need to make sure when we're popping health potions, that is one thing you need to be really careful of when you've got health potions on your hotbar at the top, is that you have to highlight the health potion, and then if you're using controller, you press up on your D-pad to use it the same way that you press up on your D-pad to select like the hammer or your weapons and your shield and stuff like that. But make sure after you've used your potion, when you want to use it, that you then move the selected bit of your hotbar to a different item. Because, yeah, the amount of times I'm in a fight or accidentally, like just then, I'm trying to activate, so like, oh, I want to pull my hammer out, or I want to get my sword back out or something, and then I end up taking another potion when I'm at full health. Yeah. It just helps you not waste your potions. Wow, we actually got some tin from that as well. I'm guessing he must have hit one of the tin nodes. We got about half the wall built, which isn't too bad, but we are going to pop home quickly. I'm going to do a bit of a repair, but I think I might grab some wood as well just to save us some time, because I don't really want to spend too much time fighting grey dwarfs and trolls. Although we've cleared out the area, so hopefully we should be okay. To be fair, our durability is not that bad considering the amount of hits we took. I would have thought it had been a bit less than that, but it's not too bad. Quite looking forward to getting the ore from this next biome, because iron gives us a lot of new options for building. It's our next level of chest as well, which I can't wait to get, 'cause it's going to save us on so much space. Don't get me wrong, the majority of chests that we currently have are going to stay. Well, they're going to be replaced by iron chests, but we won't need to build more after that, because the iron chest is such a larger upgrade in terms of size. We shouldn't need that much more afterwards. There is a couple more chests after that you can build. There is a bigger chest in the iron chest as well. But in all honesty, it's not that much of a size improvement. But yeah, we will have a couple of those, I think. Okay, all of our veg has grown, so we are just going to quickly harvest all of these. I think taking all that time sailing to that new swamp biome gave it enough time to finish the growth. Probably not the best idea to do this now, considering the portal isn't fully walled off, but we did clear the area before we left, so hopefully we should be okay. I don't think we should get any, we shouldn't get any patrols or anything show up to attack the portal just yet. We should be alright. There we go, we've got our new piece, the turnip, and we also have a new build piece with the turnip, which is our first upgrade piece for the cauldron, which is a spice rack. Spice rack basically just needs a bunch of different like herbs and spices and stuff, vegetables as well, and you kind of hang it nearby. And there you can see our new build piece as well, which is the seed turnip. We are going to build that. We're going to plant that, sorry, because we are wanting a lot more turnip seeds, so we might as well stick these in now. Get some seed carrots in as well. We did harvest quite a lot of carrots there. I believe it was about 52 of them, or 54, something like that. So we are going to replant 15 of them. That's the system that I'm going to try and stick to. So we keep 15 of the vegetables to plant for seed plants, which gives us 45 seeds, and then we just keep doing that on a rotation, which means we get 30 veg every time we harvest, which isn't too bad. As we progress through the game and unlock more vegetables and more food types, we obviously won't need as many of, say, all of the vegetables, so we don't need to plant hundreds of them. And then with the seeds we've gathered from the earlier seed plants, we might as well plant these, get the carrots growing. Well, from the initial, was it 18, I think 17 or 18 carrot seeds we got from the Black Forest, we've now got quite a lot of seeds and quite a lot of carrots. So we've done quite well there. We might actually make some of the carrot food recipes that we've unlocked. There we go, we've got 39 left over after that, which is pretty good. I'm happy with that. We can make plenty of meals with that much. Might actually have a look at making some of those now, actually. So boar jerky, we've got plenty of that. We don't really use it that much. Carrot soup, which is 3 carrots and a mushroom. That's our stamina one. The deer stew, which is blueberries. Cooked deer meat and a carrot. And then mincemeat sauce, which is another pretty good one. I believe mincemeat sauce is boar meat, necktail and a carrot, I think. First off, we're going to make the deer stew. Cook some of them. We obviously need to cook the deer meat first before we can make the stew. There are some recipes that require that. You do have to cook the meat before you can then use it in a recipe. So you will just kind of like increase the amount of time it takes to make them, but it's not that bad. There you go, there's our first deer stew that we've made, because we had a piece of cooked deer meat already. We'll probably make about 6 or 7 of them. Just enough to keep us going for a bit. You get about 20 to 25 minutes worth of time on most of your cooked meals. So some of them are 30 minutes. I think we might even get longer times than that. So, you know, cooking about 6 or 7 of them, you're giving yourself several hours worth of food buff. So it's definitely useful. One thing I would recommend not doing as well is, one that you might have noticed that when you eat food, you'll notice that the icon for the food starts kind of like slowly fading in and out when the timer hits about half. So let's say you eat a strawberry and it lasts for 10 minutes and you get 50 health or something like that. And this is obviously not real, it's different stats and different timers, but food lasts for 10 minutes. When it gets to the 5-minute mark after you've eaten that food, you'll notice the icon for it in your stomach slot to the left of your health bar is fading in and out, which means that it's basically the game's indicating to you your food buff is about halfway done, but you can eat and you can refresh the food buff or eat another one. But with the higher health foods and stamina, especially the late game ones, I try not to eat it to refresh those buffs on the halfway point. So let's say there's a late game food buff that gives you like 100 health and it lasts for 30 minutes. I don't wait for 15 minutes to go by and then eat another one. I probably wait for about 20 to 25 minutes to go by and then refresh it, because your health bonus is still quite high from that food. It's only until you get to like the final few minutes of the buff that's when it really starts to drop down in terms of the bonuses. So yeah, it's just it just saves you having to make like constant food all the time, and it means that you're not running out that quick. So you make a large amount of food, it's going to last you a very long time that way. There we go, so we've had our new food. Decided to stick with the boar jerky. We've also got a lot of the Queen's jam, and we've also got the deer stew as well. That's all we're going to stick with for now. In terms of food, we're looking pretty even. I mean, we've got over 100 health and over 100 stamina, so that's pretty good considering we've only just hit the swamp. But for now, we are just going to pop back and grab some more wood and hopefully finish off this wall for this base. I want to make sure it's well protected. Now that we know there are trolls on this bit, obviously we need to put a marker down for this portal as well. But yeah, now that we know that there are trolls, or the trolls can spawn in this area, we want to make sure that this is well protected so that trolls aren't just going to appear and start attacking it. Oh, deleted it by accident. Whoops. Swamp 1 ports, come on, let's get it right. There we go. Perfect. Boat is right next to it, so we also don't need to leave a marker for the boat. We do have some tin in there, but I am going to dump this tin. I'm going to dump it next to the portal for now. I haven't got the wood to build a chest. I'll try and just drop it here. But I'm just going to dump it for now, because we don't really need it, to be honest with you. We're not going to need it for a good long while, and I kind of want to save the 4 slots on my boat to grab some early iron and take that back. We're not going to grab that now, I don't think, but we are just going to quickly start venturing into this swamp biome because I want to have a quick look around, see what there is. Got about 7 or 8 minutes left of this session, so we'll just have a quick look around the swamp and see what's going on in here. Oh, double Draugr. Oh god, one of them hit me straight away. And these guys with a basic axe are doing about the same amount of damage as that troll was doing with his tree trunk, so yeah. That's the thing then, that should showcase a little bit of the jump in damage difference between the two biomes. Kind of hoping that we might see a couple of the other swamp monsters that we haven't seen yet. There are quite a lot of them, I will say. Much more variety in swamp monsters than there are in the Black Forest. No, Mr. Blob, don't you? Oh, you got me. Damn it. Right, we're going to need to pop one of these. Go. This skeleton, you could sod off. We should be alright. Who's shooting us? Oh, it's you. More skeletons. Yeah, that poison did about half our health. That was quite a lot. Ticking quite fast as well. It's just how dangerous poison damage can be in the swamp, especially when you're new here. Always make sure you've got your poison resist potion on if you're expecting to be in the swamp fighting. Ouch. You are not taking much damage from this club, are you? Jeez. There we go. Oh, there's another one. These are 1-star. Oh, oh god. Back away. Block. Back away, back away, back away. Pop a healing potion. I really don't want to risk this. Parry him again. There we go. Took him down. Oh, another skeleton. Where are you coming from? These skeletons somewhere breeding like rabbits. What is that? Oh, hello. Some leech. We're just going to kill these guys. Don't really mind about being hit or poisoned by them now that we've got the resistance potion on. Oh, we got a trophy. Nice. Can't really do anything with a leech trophy, or for the majority of trophies that you get from creatures in the swamp, but again, it's more decorative pieces that we could use. Is that another Draugr? Yes, it is. Also, I realised I made a mistake when I was when we first came to the swamp on this playthrough, and I was talking about the Draugr. I said that they have a variety of different weapons they use, and I kept saying that you can have a sword, or they can have a sword and shield, or they can have a bow and arrow. Obviously, it's not a sword, and that was my mistake. It's an axe that they're holding. Doesn't really make much of a difference to them, but it's just, I was rewatching that episode a few days back, and I was just like, yeah, that's not the correct weapon. They're holding a completely different weapon to that. As you can see here, we can also get thistles from the swamp. Not that we really need them, but we'll grab some anyway, just while we're here. Again, this is just a quick foray into the swamp, just to have a quick look around and see what there is around here. We're not expecting to spend a huge amount of time or to do much in terms of gathering, but we might as well grab what we can. There you go, 1-star skeleton. Down you go. Oh, hello, those are spawners. Oh dear. Okay, so if you remember from the Black Forest, we had those kind of wooden structures with the purple smoke everywhere, which were Grey Dwarf spawners. This is the swamp version. So there are 4 of them in total. They are, you can see there, it's a body pile. These are the ones that spawn Draugr. Ouch. Oh god, there's a few of them. There are 4 spawners in total. There will be 2 Draugr spawners, the body piles, which just spew out Draugr constantly. And then there are 2 of the bone piles, which we saw in... what was it, the burial chambers, which spawn skeletons. So You need to be really quick at taking these spawners down. That's a 1-star. Oh no, we need to be very careful. It's an archer 1-star as well. That's not going to be nice. I'm just going to back away for now. Try and drag some of them over. It's one thing with the archers, you can use the trees to line of sight them so that they will run closer to you. This is dangerous. Oh dear, we're probably going to... Ah, damn it. Okay, that was a bit too much there. Draugrs, everybody. Welcome to the swamp. Not a great thing that our first foray into this brand new swamp biome is a death. But let's try and do a quick corpse run. I'm going to guess that we might die doing this. We weren't that far into the swamp, so we should be okay. I don't think many of the monsters will have respawned. We are going to want to sleep first, though. So maybe, if we're lucky, maybe we can run in, sprint up and grab our corpse and then get out of there before they notice us. Maybe. I also kind of want to end the session soon, so let's see what happens. First we need some food. Maybe not. We're just going to go sprint straight back. Okay, we're just going to sprint straight back. I'm not even going to bother with food. I think when I recorded this it was quite late into the evening and I was getting a bit frustrated, so I just kind of went, sod it, we'll run back and grab our stuff if we can. I didn't even finish building the walls for this. But we do have our rank fear buff, so that should help in terms of managing our stamina a bit better. We also have the no skill drain, so if the worst does happen and we do die again, we won't lose any more skill points. But yeah, I think we are going to probably end the session soon as well. Getting pretty close to it anyway. Oh, there's a blob. Now, fortunately with blobs, they aren't that fast, so you can pretty much just outrun them. As long as you're kind of sticking to these little like spits of land and stuff and staying out of the water, you can pretty much just outrun the blobs. They're not that fast. But we do need to be really careful, because if we do get hit by something, it's likely to be a one-shot. We have 25 health and 0 armor. So, yeah. Let's just... we are taking an extreme risk right now. I would highly recommend to never do this. What I'm doing right now, never do this. It's a very bad idea. I don't even know why I'm doing it. This is probably going to result in a death, I imagine, because it's right next to the spawners. Come on, items recovered. Run away. Come on, get your stuff back on. Eat food. Ah! I knew that was going to happen. Goddamn Draugrs. Ah, right. Yeah. I think we're probably just going to call the episode here, and then we'll come back with a fresh head at our next session and get our corpse properly. We'll take an older armor set and we'll get food and stuff like that, and we'll get our stuff back properly. So, yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I certainly hope you've enjoyed this one, although dying twice was not great. And I will catch you in the next episode.